Falmouth, with the third largest natural harbour in the world, is a bustling town full of life-passionate people and pasties. Home to over 20,000 people, this growing maritime town is constantly alive with human activity. But with so much buzz and excitement, are we forgetting to appreciate what's going on around us? Marinas such as this, often a man-made environment constructed to house hundreds of smaller vessels, perhaps there is the little room for nature to coexist in a once wild space. But if you stop and immerse yourself in your surroundings, you may realize that there is a whole other world right beneath your feet. At a high tide, the tranquil waters are the perfect home for these thin-lipped grey mullet.
Residing underneath the jetties, they are not far from the bustle of human activity, yet many people are none the wiser to their presence. Roaming in groups up to 14 strong, they were living these waters for their entire 25-year lifespan. This miniature aquatic forest also thrives on the underside of the jetties. Made up of these sea squirt, sponges and tube worms, they feed on floating particles, helping to form the basis of a complex ecosystem. Making use of this marine flora, the mullet will often feed on the detritus of other species caught in the sea squirts and sponges. This subsurface jungle also provides for a number of other species in the marina, such as this greater platefish, which uses the seaweed to hide from larger predators. And at high tide, it's not just species below the surface that take advantage of this year-round food supply.
As the tide recedes, this subsurface world is revealed, rushing over this man-made ledge. The water is filtered through a net of Irish moss, seaweed, wrappings, crustaceans, mollusks, and small fish lasting for only 10 minutes. In each low tide, swarms of birds gathered to take advantage of the seafood buffet, the greatest feeding event of the day, right under our noses. This little egret is a master at hunting in these waters. Using its feet, it feels around for anything hiding in the mud, flushing out any fish, shrimp, or mollusks. Seeking shelter in its perfected method means hunts will often end in success. In this plentiful environment, nearly everyone is successful. Gulls, curlews, and sharks will flock to this hunting ground.
But this larger male great cormorant watches over the chaos. While somewhat penguin-like on land, under the water he is far more agile, able to dive up to 45 meters and hold his breath for over a minute. And while the other seabirds satisfied with their mere canopies, he has got a bigger fish to fry. With the fish weighing almost as much as himself, this cormorant will not need to feed for another 3 days.
Nature has slowly made its way back into this once wild area of Falmouth. Habitats once influenced by human activity are not necessarily bad for wildlife, with hundreds of species calling this place home. It is no wonder that such a complex ecosystem has been able to establish itself in these busy waters. These stories will continue to live out in his manner, but next time you're outside, even in the simplest of environments, pay attention and you will discover your own hidden coexistence.